And everyone says Zeus was the great king of the gods, but they always hide the fact that his throne was conquered through betrayal, war, and a good handful of dark secrets. Have you ever heard the story of a baby hidden in a cave so he wouldn't be devoured by his own father? Well, that ancient story goes far beyond the versions they teach in schools. Forget the calm, just Zeus of the marble statues. What's coming is a myth full of twists, epic legends, and decisions that shape the fate of the entire Olympus. And what if I told you that the most powerful god in the empire of the gods was also the most contradictory? While he enforced justice with an iron hand, he got involved in family disputes, dangerous passions, and impulsive decisions that could put everything at risk. This isn't just the story of a god, it's the story of an ancient civilization marked by divine battles and eternal secrets. So, if you think you already know Zeus, get ready to see it all through different eyes. The truth, my friend, is far more electrifying than you imagine. In a time when gods fought among themselves like kings of an unstable empire, Zeus was born, the youngest in a bloodline marked by fear and betrayal. His father, Cronus, was the kind of god who wouldn't let his heirs grow up, literally. As soon as they were born, he swallowed each one without hesitation, trying to escape an ancient prophecy that said one of his children would overthrow him. But Rhea, the mother, tired of seeing her children disappear, decided to change that story. And that's when mythology starts to take a different turn. With the cleverness of a determined woman and the desperation of a mother, Rhea tricked Cronus with a stone wrapped in cloth, while she hid little Zeus in a cave in Crete. The baby grew up far from the eyes of the devouring father, protected by nymphs and fed with the milk of the goat, Amalthea. This part of the ancient story usually passes quickly in the books, but it was there, among echoes and shadows of the mountain, that the god who would change the fate of ancient civilizations began to take shape. And it was no accident that he escaped that cruel destiny. While Cronus believed he had defeated time, the real danger was growing in silence. Zeus, even young, already carried in his chest the fury of his devoured brothers and the weight of the prophecy. He knew he couldn't live hidden forever, and when the right moment came, what unfolded was one of the greatest battles in mythological history, marked by thunder, alliances, and a twist that no one, not even the Titans, could have foreseen. Little by little, Zeus stopped being just the hidden son and started to become the leader of a true divine revolution. In a bold move, he made Cronus vomit each of his brothers, literally, and together they formed the most powerful resistance front in Greek mythology. But the road to the throne wouldn't be easy. On the other side, the Titans, brothers of Cronus, formed a feared and cruel army. Ancient history calls this clash the Titanomachy, and believe me, it was much more than a family feud. For 10 years, heaven and earth trembled. The Titans, formidable giants, seemed unstoppable, but Zeus wasn't the kind to give up. He freed the Hecatoncheires and the Cyclopes from Tartarus, who in return gave him thunder and lightning, weapons that would become his trademark. The battle turned into a true epic, with colossal monsters, rocks flying like arrows, and the fate of the world hanging in the balance. If there's one part of mythology that's worth the popcorn, it's this one. And it was with courage, strategy, and a fury that seemed to come from the sky itself that Zeus won. Cronus was defeated, the Titans imprisoned in the depths of Tartarus, and the gods of Olympus could finally breathe. But of course, winning the war was just the beginning. Now, the challenge was much greater, to divide the world among the brothers and establish a new order in the heights, in the waters, and in the shadows. With the war won and the Titans locked away in Tartarus, it was time to reorganize the universe. Zeus, with his firm gaze and ambition bubbling over, called his brothers Hades and Poseidon for a decision that would change the history of ancient civilizations. The three gods drew lots to divide the world among them. Poseidon took the seas, Hades the underworld, and Zeus, of course, the sky and supreme command over the other gods. Olympus became the heart of Greek mythology, a celestial empire ruled by Zeus with an iron fist and a voice of thunder. He wasn't just the supreme leader among the gods of the pantheon, he was the personification of order, the judge of human and divine actions. The story tells that no one dared to challenge him without facing a lightning punishment. From up there, he saw everything and made decisions that echoed throughout the earth. But what many people forget is that Zeus's throne wasn't only about glory and power. He had to deal with internal fights, inflated egos, and gods who, honestly, weren't easy to control. Legends say that even Hera, his own wife, conspired against him. And still, there was Zeus keeping Olympus steady, even when thunder threatened to strike inside his own house. Zeus became the ultimate symbol of power and justice in the world of ancient civilizations. Seated on his golden throne, with the lightning bolt always within reach, he inspired both respect and fear in equal measure. He was the one who decided the fate of mortals and the gods themselves, maintaining order amid chaos. Ancient history portrays him as the one who punished perjury, protected homes, and guarded the spoken word. A true guardian of balance in the midst of so many mythological conflicts. But not everything was strictness in this god's actions. Behind the grandeur and judgments, there was a more, let's say, impulsive side. Mythology is filled with stories showing Zeus getting involved in dozens of romances, passions and adventures with goddesses, nymphs and even mortals. What's curious is that even with all these love affairs, he continued to be seen as the pillar of divine authority. These contradictions only make Zeus's character even more fascinating within mythology. He was the judge, the father, the leader, and at the same time, the protagonist of situations that challenged his own image. A figure full of nuances, who seemed to carry Olympus on his back while living intense and often surprising stories. And what's most interesting is that even after millennia, he still reigns supreme in the legends and myths of ancient civilizations. So, tell me, what did you think of this story? Did the hidden childhood, the war against the Titans, the rise to the throne, and Zeus's countless contradictions surprise you? What part caught your attention the most in this deep dive into mythology and the backstage of the empire of the gods? It's impressive how ancient civilizations knew how to create stories that are still alive today, isn't it? Leave here in the comments what intrigued you the most, or if you have a theory about Zeus's actions. Was he really the symbol of justice, or just a god with luck and power? I want to hear your opinion. And of course, if you enjoyed this trip through the stories of Greek mythology, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way you won't miss any of the new stories still to come.